If you could ask Albert Einstein, "Do you believe in God?" what do you think he would answer? Fortunately, someone once asked this question of the great genius, and his reply surprised everyone. A simple yes or no was expected, but Einstein, with a gaze as if unraveling the universe's secrets, stated, "I believe in Spinoza's God." This declaration not only left everyone perplexed, but also opened the door to a seldom explored philosophical universe. But what is this God of Spinoza that Einstein believed in? How did Albert Einstein's simple answer help spread the thoughts of one of the most significant philosophers of all time? Spinoza's philosophy tackled one of the deepest questions humanity has ever faced. What is God? Today, we'll try to understand. Before we continue, it's important to clarify that my goal in discussing Spinoza's ideas is not to question or deny any religious belief. I deeply respect diverse opinions and people's faith. This video is a philosophical exploration intended to understand how great thinkers have interpreted major contemporary questions. Therefore, I invite you all to keep an open mind and consider these ideas as a window into different perspectives on the universe and our existence. I promise that by the end, you will gain significant insights that might impact how you see your life. With that said, before discussing Spinoza's God, I need to talk about the man himself. Who was Spinoza, after all? Imagine a young man in the 17th century, born into a Jewish community in Amsterdam, who was fearless in questioning everything around him, including the very foundations of religion and existence. This is Baruch Spinoza, a man ahead of his time, whose ideas would put him on a collision course with the conventions of his era. Spinoza was not the type to settle for ready-made answers. From an early age, he exhibited an insatiable curiosity and a knack for philosophy. But his journey was not easy. His insistence on questioning established religious doctrines and his refusal to blindly accept the traditions of his community led to an inevitable clash. At the age of 23, he faced the unimaginable. He was excommunicated by his own community. However, rather than retreating, Spinoza saw this as an opportunity to further explore his ideas. He immersed himself in the study of philosophy, science, and religion, seeking to understand the true nature of God and the universe. Herein lies the crux of his revolution. For Spinoza, God was not a distant entity governing the universe with an arbitrary set of rules. Instead, he saw God in everything and everything in God. The universe, in its infinite complexity, was an expression of God. This pantheistic view was radical, challenging not just the Judeo-Christian conceptions of God, but also the very idea of separation between the creator and creation. But what does this mean in practice? For Spinoza, understanding God meant understanding the universe in its entirety, the laws of physics, the beauty of nature, the complexity of human thought. Everything was interconnected in a single divine substance. The impact of his ideas was monumental, laying the foundations for modern philosophy and influencing thinkers for centuries. However, Spinoza's boldness in questioning established norms was not without consequences. His life was marked by controversy, and his works were published anonymously or posthumously to avoid persecution. So, why is Spinoza still relevant today? His courage in seeking answers, his refusal to accept limitations on human questioning, and his vision of an intrinsically divine universe continue to inspire those who seek to understand not just what God is, but what it means to be part of an infinite and wonderful world. To begin, forget the image of a bearded god sitting in the clouds, hurling lightning and thunder at those who don't follow the rules. In Spinoza's view, God is not in the sky. God is the sky, and the earth, and everything else that exists. Yes, indeed, for him, God and nature are two sides of the same coin. It's as if God were the internet, invisible yet present in everything, connecting every aspect of the universe. Spinoza presents us with a God who does not create the universe out of nothing, but who is the universe itself. Everything that exists, from the smallest particle to the most distant galaxies, is an expression of God. This means that, in a way, when we admire a stunning landscape or are amazed by the laws of physics, we are actually having a moment of divine connection, truly marveling at God. Here's a curious thought to spin your head. If God is everything, then we are also part of God. Yes, Spinoza merged humanity and God into the same cosmic cake. This doesn't mean we should go around wearing t-shirts saying, "I am divine," but rather that we have an intrinsic connection to the universe and everything in it. Understanding God as the sum of all that exists brings a major twist to how we view our existence. We are not separate from nature, we are an integral part of it. Our actions, thoughts, and feelings are expressions of the universe getting to know itself, exploring itself. It's as if we were all actors in a grand cosmic play, where God is the stage, the script, and the audience. At this point, you might be wondering, what about prayers and miracles? How do all these fit into Spinoza's view of God? Well, in truth, they don't. For Spinoza, praying expecting a miracle is like sending an email to oneself and waiting for a surprising reply. God, in his conception, does not intervene in the universe in mysterious ways. God is the universe operating according to immutable natural laws. The beauty of Spinoza's vision lies in finding the divine in the laws of nature, in the complexity of life, and even in our daily interactions. He challenges us to see the world and ourselves in a completely new light, where every moment is an opportunity to experience the divine. Now that we've delved into Spinoza's ideas about God and the universe, you might be wondering, okay, we're part of God and all, but what does this have to do with me? How does this affect my day-to-day life? Well, prepare yourself, because Spinoza's ideas about ethics and freedom are as revolutionary as his vision of God, and they have everything to do with how we live our lives. First, let's talk about ethics. For many of us, ethics is that thing that makes us choose between what is right and what is wrong, often leaving us with the feeling that we're choosing between eating broccoli or eating chocolate. And we know we should choose the broccoli, but the chocolate is so tempting. Spinoza, however, presents us with a view of ethics that is not based on externally imposed rules, but on understanding our nature and living according to it. According to Spinoza, everything in the universe, including humans, naturally seeks to persevere in its existence, which he calls conatus. This means that acting ethically, for Spinoza, is acting in a way that enhances our essence, our vitality. It's as if the best ethical choice were the one that allows us to flourish, to be the best version of ourselves, instead of restricting us with an arbitrary set of rules. And what about freedom? Freedom for Spinoza is not exactly what most of us imagine. It's not about doing what we want, when we want, as if the universe were a big buffet and we were holding a plate, ready to serve ourselves. For Spinoza, being free is understanding the laws of the universe, including the laws that govern human behavior, and acting in harmony with them. It's a freedom that comes from understanding, not from arbitrary will. This leads us to a crucial point. By understanding that we are part of God, or part of the universe, and by acting according to this understanding, we achieve true freedom. It's not a freedom of limitless choices, but the freedom to be in tune with the natural order of things. It's like dancing to the music, instead of trying to dance to a completely different rhythm. Spinoza challenges us to see life and ethics from a new perspective, where the goal is not to obey a set of externally imposed rules, but rather to seek harmony with nature and the universe. By doing so, according to him, we not only live more ethically, but we also become truly free. So the next time you face a difficult choice, you might ask yourself, does this help me achieve my potential? Is this in harmony with the world around me? The answers to these questions may not be easy, but the process of seeking them is, in itself, an exercise in freedom and ethics a la Spinozist. For me, what are the greatest legacies left by Spinoza that fully apply to the modern world? Firstly, Spinoza teaches us about the importance of connection. In a world where we often feel divided by ideologies, geographies, and digital screens, Spinoza's idea that we are all expressions of the same divine substance is a powerful reminder of our fundamental interconnectedness. Imagine approaching every conversation, every debate, with a deep understanding that, at the most fundamental level, You and the person you are talking to are parts of the same cosmic whole. It's an exercise in empathy at the deepest level. Moreover, Spinoza's vision of God and nature offers us a lens through which we can approach contemporary environmental crises. In an era where human impact on the planet is undeniable, the idea that we are inseparable from nature, that we are indeed expressions of it, can motivate us to seek more sustainable and respectful solutions to our environmental challenges. It's not just about saving the planet. It's about recognizing that by caring for the world around us, we are taking care of ourselves. Spinoza's legacy also extends to the field of freedom of thought. In a world where access to information is unlimited, but truth is often contested, Spinoza's struggles for freedom of expression and for critical questioning of authorities and established traditions resonate particularly strongly. Spinoza reminds us of the importance of keeping an open mind, of questioning incessantly, and of seeking the truth, even when it means challenging norms. Lastly, Spinoza's ethics, with its emphasis on self-realization and the pursuit of happiness through understanding, offers a refreshing alternative to the frantic quest for instant gratification. In an age of social media, constant comparisons, and unceasing pressures, the idea that true happiness comes from aligning with our essential nature and understanding the world around us is an invitation to slow down and reflect on what really matters. In summary, although Spinoza lived in the 17th century, his ideas remain vibrant and deeply relevant. They challenge us to see the world and ourselves under a new light, to recognize our fundamental connection to everything that exists, to embrace freedom of thought, to act ethically, and to seek harmony with the universe. Thus, as we reflect on Spinoza's legacy, we are invited to imagine a world where empathy, sustainability, critical questioning, and the pursuit of true happiness are not just philosophical ideals, but guiding principles of our lives and our societies. And, who knows, by incorporating a bit of Spinoza's thinking into our lives, we might not only navigate the challenges of the modern world better, but also contribute to a more connected, conscious, and harmonious future. If you've made it this far, it means that this journey through the world of philosophy has awakened something in you. Turn that spark into a flame. Explore Essence of Wisdom, the definitive guide that simplifies the history of philosophy, making it accessible, engaging, and deeply relevant and applicable to your life. The link is pinned in the comments below. Thank you for staying until the end and follow the White Rabbit.